Hello there, and thanks for coming to see what's on my desk today. I am going to make what I call a floating pocket. And I saw on a search that a floating pocket is usually just like a piece of paper that's cut to be able to go onto a sheet in your journal. And all it has is a pocket that is on the bottom, and it's cut to size, and you just place it on your page. And that's what they consider a floating pocket. You usually, I think the floating part comes from where you can paper clip it to the page. I even saw, like on Rach and Bella, where they had a wraparound pocket where it would wrap around the side of your page, and it had the pocket on the bottom. But my meaning for a floating pocket is a little different. And here is my demo to try to kind of show you. And it has the three pieces, and my card would be inside, my little journal cards. And you're able to pick it up from this side, and then when it opens up here, you're able to pick it up from this other side. And you're able to do that with all three of them. Well, two of them. The back one is secured to your page, so you have something that's glued to your page to hold down. Then this one sticks out just a little bit, which I'm okay with. I think that's kind of neat because then you're able to lift it up like a tab to start your process here. And then you would choose whatever paper to decorate the front of it with to go with your journal you're working on. So I haven't picked anything to put onto mine that I'm going to demo today because I have a flower market digital that I plan to get here in the near future, and that's what I'll put on this one. That's why it's got such bright colors. But anyhow, these can also be journaled on. You can journal on the card inside, or you can leave the back blank, and you can journal on the back part. After I do my video, I will put the measurements in the note part of the video page there, so you can get all the numbers and such to be able to do yours. So let me stick this over here too, and let me get to it. The back page is the easiest. It is this one, and all you do with it is you will cut a piece that is 8 inches by 5 inches, and then you're going to put a score line, a 1/2 of an inch on the 3 sides. So we're going to prepare this by cutting our corners out to reduce our bulk. And then we will score it. I've already scored it, so I have have everything started. And then one of these days I will invest in a better score tool. This one came with my kit, so I'm just going with it. And the way I usually like to do my pockets, I will do the sides, and then the bottom is last because I want it to be against the page, and I don't want it to hinder anything that slides down into the pocket. So that's what I do. I do the 2 little glue dots there at the overlap areas and hold it a couple seconds, and then it's caught. All right. Our middle is 2 pieces. I couldn't get I couldn't get it to work with one, so it came up being 2. The base part is a 4 by 5 inch, And you only crease it on this one side at 1/2 inch, because that's where it's going to go against or under the base one. So there's that. Then I have this piece, which will lie on top there and get glued down. It's 5.5 by 3 3/4, and you're going to crease it a 1/4 inch on the 3 sides. So we got to do our corner cut again and get that out of there. I don't know if I got enough of that one. Okay. There we go. And let's see what we can do here about the folding. And I kept thinking about floating pocket, and I said, well, that doesn't really seem to be like a floating pocket. It's just a pocket on a piece of paper. I got to work that out. So that's where I came up with this crazy little idea. And I had to work it, as all good experiments go. You have to work at it to make it bend to your thoughts. What's in your mind is not always what comes out on the paper. And then I like to snip this edge just a little bit, just so it doesn't stick out, All right. Now we're going to place, this will be the part that goes under my green piece. So this is the piece here that'll go down. Now first what I want to do is, well, nope, I may be able to cut through both of those pieces. We'll try it. So we're going to do some glue to hold her down to the base. Okay. Then we're going to get as close as possible to this front. Well, I don't know if I ever wanted it. No, it has to be flush. I'm sorry. You just make it as flush. You might have a little bit of a lip sticking over, but that's fine. Then we're going to burnish it down with a bone folder. There we go. And then make sure your little thing there's okay. Now we're going to, let's see, I took my base off here so I could see really well, but you're going to go to the center part as possible, and don't do a very big divot, because you want to put you a pretty little scene on there. Oh, that's, yeah. That had a little bit behind it. All right. While we're at it, let's go ahead and do the top of this one. That one will be finished. Okay. We got pieces flying right and left. All right. The bottom piece, or actually it's the top piece, is going to be 11 inches long by 4 1/4 this way. And what happens is you're going to score it at 1/2 inch on each end, and then 5.5 inches in. And that's midway. So if you folded it in half, both your ends would be meeting. Then you have to do 1/4 inch on the bottom. With the bottom, I usually will load this one, if you want to call it that, over here on the left of the page. This one I usually do on the right of this little page here. So with that in mind, you have to cut away this bottom here where you scored it at 1/4 inch. You're going to cut that all away on the one side. Then we're going to do a little bit of a angle there. There we go. Then we're going to go over to this other score Because what we're wanting to make is just a little piece to go on the bottom that's going to be the base of our pocket. I thought this was the easiest way to go about it. So we're going to fold it in half. Then we're going to fold this piece in that I trimmed the little edges on. See how I trimmed the little divot edges up? That one will go in that way. And then this is the one that'll go around my page base. But right now, I'm going to, and that goes up. Right now, I'm going to get this pocket together. Put a little glue there. And put that down. Then I'll glue this side. Whee. And it will go to my base. Okay. And you just lay that over and then put it down. Now, sometimes you may have to adjust your score line you place over here. That was 1/2 inch. Sometimes it doesn't work out for me to be in the right spot. So I would just go down where it is instead with my bone folder and remake it. And it was a little bit off. Okay. Well, we want to go back in with our punch and do our middle there. That looks right. Oh, there we go. That's so rewarding. Okay, now with this one, we're going to bend it in, and ooh, okay. I didn't want it to stick out so much on that one side, but let's see if I can adjust it a little bit. Oh yeah, there we go. That's better. Ugh, putting some pressure on there. There we go. All right, now all of our pieces are done. Now it's time for assembly. And what I like to do is the way I have with this one, I have them sort of staggered. See, that one is on the inside like that. So that's where this one will be. It's about 1 inch up. So it's almost like in the very center. It's got like the same distance here and there. I just wanted it to be able to poke up above the other one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our flap that we left, and we're going to put our glue on it, and then we're going to stick it to our base. And what I'll do is I'll go around like this and look and see that I've got the distance I want, and then you just glue that right down to that. That's why I left such a big flap on this base piece. So you're able to glue those on there. Okay, now, oh, did I bend it the right? Did I bend it the wrong way? Okay, let's go back around this way with it. Now you can go on either side with these. So like the way I've got it, it would go on a right page with the way this one's oriented. But you could have put this one on this side and this on this side, and then would have been a left page load. Okay, now I've got that fixed. I want to glue in here, and that usually you'll go down lower, and I think it's about 1/4 inch from the base. There we go. Push that on there real good. Well, my fingers are not wanting to work very well. Here we go. Let me pull it. I think I creased it too many times. All right. That'll work. As long as it's lying straight, you're good. It doesn't matter what it looks like on the back, because that part, and oops, I should have went up just a little higher to hide that, but it's your preference. But there you go. You've got your little access to your pocket. See how nice and big it is down in there? And then you've got access to that pocket. And then the back one has the big one. Big old tag that goes down in there. I should have pulled one out, but let me find one that is in a book. Because I did one for each one of my Daisy albums. And I believe it's back here at the back. There it is. I kept my glue. And you can see on this one how I decorated it. Get everything out of the way. I used a little piece from a digital sheet of the kit. And then I framed it. I put a little piece behind it. But here are the little pockets. Or the journal cards. And see, you can go from this side and get one. Or you can go from that side and get one. And then they just fall back down in there. Here is the second one, which is also loading on either side. And, whoop, I can't get that one back in there. Let's see. And then we got the big one. So the big one is huge. He comes all the way out of the back. So, thank you very much for coming to visit. And please give me a thumbs up if you would. And I'll have all the instructions on this in the base of my notes under the video. Well, thank you very much for coming to see me, and you have a great day.